Welcome to our YouTube channel, Maths Point. In our last tutorial, we talked about the triangles, and in today's tutorial, we'll be talking about the congruence of triangles. So, before starting our topic about the congruence of triangles, let's first see what this congruence means, or we will simply focus on what are congruent figures. So, congruence is a simple but fundamental concept of geometry. It was given by Ramanujan in 1919, and it says that two figures are said to be congruent if they are exactly of the same shape and same size. So there are two things to remember in congruent figures, and that is two figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and the same size. Such figures can be superimposed on the other to cover it. Exactly, that means if we will put one figure over the another one, the bottom one will be covered properly and their edges will coincide with each other. Example, if a 1 rupee coin is placed over another 1 rupee coin of the same year, because in the same year, same type of coins are being made, they cover each other completely, then they are congruent coins. Just like here, these two coins are formed in the same year 2002. So if we will place one coin over the another one, these two will be completely superimposed on each other. Thus, these two coins are congruent. So we are having here same shape as they are circular in shape, and these two coins are having the same size as well. So we can say that these two coins are congruent to each other. And this congruency is represented by a symbol. First, this equal to sign, which means same size, and then a wavy line over it, and it means same shape. And the combination of these two symbols together makes it same shape and same size. That means they're congruent. So whenever two things are congruent to each other, we are representing them by this symbol. Equal to sign means same size, and then a wavy line over the equal sign means same shape. Now let's see some of the figures which are congruent, and the first one we will see, when can we say that two segments are congruent. That means when can we say two line segments are congruent. So two line segments are said to be congruent if they are of the same length. We know that line segments are having a fixed length. So if two line segments are having the same length, just like here, we are having a line segment AB, and then if we are having another line segment PQ of the same length, for example, it's 15 centimeter, and another line segment PQ is also 15 centimeter, then the two line segments are equal to each other, or we can say they are congruent to each other. Hence, AB is congruent to PQ. Similarly, two angles are said to be congruent if they have same measure. We know that angle is formed by two rays having a same initial point. Just like here, we are having an angle APB, and these two rays AP and PA and PB, they are intersecting, or they are having a common initial point as P. So they are forming this angle APB. So it is simply this turn of PA from PB in the anticlockwise direction. So we are having this angle APB here. Similarly, if we are having another angle of the same measure, let's suppose it's an angle of measure 30 degree. Similarly, XYZ is also an angle of measure 30 degree. And if we will try to superimpose this angle XYZ over APB, it will overlap it completely. That means it will cover this angle completely. So these two angles are congruent to each other. Thus we can say angle APB is congruent to angle XYZ. Again, we are having congruent circles. That means when can we say two circles are congruent? And this time we know that circles are having the same shape. Now, when two circles will be having the same size, that depends on their radii. That means two circles are said to be congruent if they have the same radii. As all the circles are having the same shape, now for being congruent, it depends only on their radii. If the radii is same, then the two circles are said to be congruent. For example, here we are having a circle with center C1 and we are having another circle with center C2. Now, if both the circles are having the same radii, that means R, then the two circles are said to be congruent because having the same radii means the two circles will be having the same size. Thus, we can say in this figure, circle with center C1 and radius R is congruent to circle with center C2 and radius R. Similarly, we can see about the congruent squares. We know that all the squares are having the same shape. Now, two squares will be having the same size if they have equal sides. That means the length of their sides is same. So two squares are said to be congruent if they have equal sides. Just like here, we are having a square PQRS. Let's suppose the size of the square PQRS is 4 centimeter. Similarly, if we are having another square KLMN in which we will suppose again the side of this square is 4 centimeter, then both the squares are having equal sides. Shape is already same. Now both the squares are again having the same sides. That means their size will also be same. So we can say in this figure square PQRS is congruent to square KLMN. Now our focus will be on our main topic, and that is congruent triangles. When can we say that two triangles are congruent? We already said that two figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and if they have same size. And in our previous tutorials, we read that there are different types of the triangles. Now, the condition here is, or the question here is, when can we say that the two triangles are congruent? And for that, we are having this condition. Two triangles are congruent if and only if three sides of and three angles of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding sides and angles of the another triangle. That means three sides of one triangle should be equal to the three sides of another triangle, as well as three angles of one triangle should be equal to three angles of another triangle. That means three sides of one triangle should be equal to three sides of another triangle. Similarly, three angles of one triangle are equal to three angles of other triangle. when the two triangles are having all the three angles same, that means three angles of one triangle are equal to three angles of another triangle, then they will be having the same shape. And the two triangles will be having the same size if three sides of one triangle are equal to three sides of another triangle. So these are the two situations that three these are the two situations that three sides of one triangle are equal to three sides of another triangle. By having this situation, the two triangles will be having the same size and their shape will be same if their angles are equal. So we are having the two conditions here, that three sides and three angles of one triangle are equal to three sides and three angles of another triangle. So we saw here that two triangles are said to be congruent if three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of another triangle. And just like here, we are having triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. So we can say that these two triangles are congruent if AB equal to XY, BC is equal to YZ, and AC is equal to XZ. So we are having here AB equal to XY, BC equal to YZ, and AC equal to XZ. Similarly, we said that all the three angles of one triangle should be equal to three angles of another triangle. That means angle A is equal to angle X, angle B equal to angle Y, and angle C equal to angle Z. Because only then, if we will superimpose one of the two triangles over the another one, they will completely overlap each other. Or we can say, if we will cut this triangle ABC and place it over XYZ in such a way that AB covers XY, BC covers YZ, and AC covers XZ. Also, angle A covers angle X, angle B covers angle Y, and angle C covers angle Z. Then we can say the two triangles are congruent. This triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ, and we write them as triangle ABC congruent to triangle XYZ. And in this congruence of these two triangles, we can say A corresponds to X, or we write it as A corresponds to X. Similarly, B corresponds to Y and C corresponds to Z. Similarly, AB corresponds to XY, AC corresponds to XZ, and BC corresponds to YZ. That is, we can say AB is equal to XY, BC is equal to YZ, and AC is equal to XZ. Also, angle A is equal to angle X, angle B equal to angle Y, and angle C equal to angle Z. So we are having here these six equalities, and these equalities are between the corresponding parts. We can see here A corresponds with X, so we are having equality between these corresponding parts, and we call these six equalities as corresponding parts of congruent triangles, or in short we call them as CPCT. This In our today's video tutorial, we said about the congruent figures, where we said two figures are said to be congruent if they have same shape and same size. Then we said about the congruent segments, and we said that two segments are said to be congruent if they have same length. Then we said about the congruent angles, and two angles are said to be congruent if their measures are same. Then we said about the congruent circles. Two circles are said to be congruent if they have same radii. And we said about the congruent squares, and two squares are said to be congruent if they have equal sides. And at last we read about the congruent triangles, and we said two triangles are said to be congruent if three angles and three sides of one triangle are equal to three angles and three sides of another triangle. So I hope you understood it all. Thank you.